I speak to a lot of women who have parental trauma or parental wounds, and they have trouble trying to identify whether or not they have mom issues or dad issues. And so, if you grew up in a dysfunctional environment, it's very likely that you have both mommy issues and daddy issues. Here's the reason why. In my coaching, I teach my clients about how to identify the root of their trauma, especially when it comes to dating and relationships and issues of self-worth or self-esteem. And in order to really get to the root of that, we have to take a deep dive into their relationships with their parents. And for every human being, your parents serve a certain role in your life when it comes to how you partner, how you see yourself in relationships, and how you believe you are supposed to operate in a relationship space. And so you have an identifying parent and an influential parent. Identifying parent is the parent that you identify with. It's the parent whose gender and sex you identify with and you see yourself in. Influential parent is usually the parent of the opposite sex, the parent of the sex and gender that you don't see yourself in or see yourself as. And that parent has an influence on how you see yourself and how you show up in relationships, while the other parent helps you to identify who you are, how you should be, and what your role in relationships with partners is. And so if you have a parental wound with either of these parents, it's going to show up in your life a little bit differently. If you have a mother wound, it's often going to show up as low self-worth, low self-value, low self-esteem, and that shows up as a lack of self-confidence and a lack of self-love and self-value. Whereas if you have a father wound, that's going to show up more in the men that you choose, the men that you pick, who you partner with, and how you allow them to have access to you and to treat you in the relationships. And so it's important to take a look at each of these areas to identify the root of your parental trauma and to see how the daddy issues or the mommy issues are showing up and impeding upon you having healthy relationships now. If you'd like to dive deeper into this and you want my help, click my name right here so that you can book a call with me at the link in my bio.